Hi guys, this is Chess Brilliancies number 2, and basically, this is going to be the second episode, and I have a pretty special one actually today, so let's get going. Players are kind of hard to pronounce. I think it's, let me check. Okay, Serper vs. Nicoladis, I think that's the name. But anyways, let's go right to it. So English, c4, g6, handling it with like a King's Indian. Yeah, looks like a King's Indian here. I think it's the same-ish. Not sure, but I think so with f3 and stuff. f3, bishop e3. Knight g3, c6, okay, making a move in center, a6, now trying to play b5 here, bishop e3, so now, like, at b5 is his idea. Oh, and guys, I have changed servers, so I hope you're, I think it's going to be better, so, h5, trying to kick the knight away, f3, so, reinforcing e4 in case h4 happens, and if h4, just knight f1 to d2, and white has a good position. So b5, and now the point of bishop e3 after a6 is to play c5, because play after a6, threatening b5, he played bishop e3 so that he could play c5. So take, queen c7, getting his queen now, maybe not wanting to trade queens and playing knight e5. Castle h4, okay, now the knight has to go to slightly inferior position, but that's only for this move, so. Now knight h5 trying to get into f4, and e5 trying to get into f4. I don't like this move because it like blocks out your bishop, but I think that it should be okay because the bishop can redirect to f8. This position I would have played something like, I don't know, I probably would have maybe brought my knight here, I'm not sure. So like, I don't know. My point is that after this you go here and knight g3 is the threat. Like, if g3 knight takes and check and you're better. But I'm not sure. Like, if f4, then b4 and e4 is going down. So that would be what I would play. But played e5, knight f2, knight f8. Now a4, trying to make something on the queen side. So b4, and now stop and think for a bit, because the next move is pretty shocking. For you who have already got it, it's knight d5. So the knight basically can't be passed up at this point, or else it's going to go into b6 and the b4 pawn is falling down. So it has to take it. Pawn takes. Now, okay, so it's just checking with the engine because black played, I think, a very bad move in this position. Played f5. well, it's not very... Is it actually? No. It's not very bad, but I think that he should get his pieces more coordinated. Maybe knight f6 before he's trying to push anywhere for offense. Because right now, those two pawns are menacing. And they're going to push anytime. Maybe now. So d6, queen c6 was a mistake actually. Probably c6 here, because queen c6 here, just bishop b5. And now you have to take the bishop, and queen b7, just c6, and the game's over. So you have to take, rook takes a8, queen c6, and double. Now f4, so this is the point of f5, try and trap the bishop or something. Rook a7, knight d7. Now if you play takes, then I think that rook e7 check wins. And this is checkmate after queen a5. And there's not really much to stop it. Knight d7, queen a5.
Check.
I think take will be enough.
Check.
And then just b7. And white is winning. So he didn't do that. Instead, knight d7. And here I think that it's a pretty funny move actually. Here just pause your video and see if you can find it, because it is a series of combinations. If you find one move, you're probably gonna find all the others. So just pause your video and think about it. I'm gonna go on. So rook takes c8 check. Although it's only an exchange, he's making himself down a piece and a future 2 pieces after the bishop, so kind of weird, right? But queen d5 here just comes with so much force. Now queen e6 check is threatened, rook a8 check, c6. It's all falling down for black. Black played f takes e3. It was the best move for the engine. But then queen e6 check. And things are falling down. I think that rook a8 was also a win, although much less precise. Because after this, I think white has an easy win, but it's just much harder. Because it's 3 pieces instead of 2. So why go there if you just can checkmate? So rook takes d7, threatening queen f7 and queen e7. Take, king f1. Of course, why this when you can get perpetualed, right? So, king f1, queen e8. Now here, pause your video again, because here comes a deadly move. Rook f7 check. The reason for rook e7 is once again queen b5 check and queen c5. It's gonna be perpetual.
Check.
So you don't want to draw, you want to win, so you go here. And now the only option is queen takes f7. after king g8, rook e7 check, and you pick up the queen. So rook f7 check, queen takes, and now queen c8 check. Black had only one option, queen e8, and now here's the whole point of it. A rook and 2 pieces down, but that pawn is queening. d7. Now there's not much to do for black after king f7. Queen takes, queen b7, rook e7, and c6. So, now I can't take the queen because he takes and queen, and he's just down a rook. But things don't get much better in the game. e4, c7, e3. Now if you queened here, that would be really sad.
Check.
Checkmate. But anyways, queen d5 check, and the game is just over. He repeats moves a bit, but then he just takes the rook and queens. Now the game is over, the 2 pawns can't push, and there's not really much that black can do. So bishop h6, defending e3. Just a few checks before he takes on g6. Now a bit of hope chess, check. King takes is forked by knight f4. And bishop e3 check. King takes and queen. King takes and knight f4 check. And king e1. And that's the end of the game, guys, and that's the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Next episode's probably going to be a 5-minute game. So hope you're looking forward to that. And yeah, so if you I'm just gonna ask that in a later video. Thanks for watching, and bye guys.